Welcome to Mountain to Lake Realty Showcase. I'm Betty Kingery.
I'm Bob Parcell.
And I'm Steve Furrow.
Mountain to Lake Realty is located at 195 South Main Street.
It's a great location, as well as our website you see on the screen of mountaintolake.com.
We'd love for you to stop by our office in Uptown Rocky Mount, so when it's convenient for you. Office hours are from 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. But we'd be glad to visit with you anytime you're interested in buying or selling property. We will meet you at the office, or we'll come to you wherever you are. If you're interested in having a discussion, just let us know and we'll be glad to get in touch, make it work.
So you guys, when people come from outside the area and they wonder about what kind of climate we have here, what kind of weather, you know, does it snow much there? Do you get 6 inches at a time? Do you get 12 inches? Have you ever had ice? Blah, blah. What do you all tell them?
Well, I had a client from Kentucky here recently. She purchased a house 6 months ago in the summertime, and I remember telling her, she asked about what the winter was like. I said, well, we get some snow, but it's pretty rare. We didn't get any last year, and so what were we, Bob, 2-3 weeks ago, we got the little skip of snow that hung around here, and she said, you told me it never snowed. It never snows here. I was just like,
What'd she say?
it never snows here. It never snows.
Okay.
And so I had to explain to her, I said, I think I told you that it's rare for us to get snow that hang around very long, but we will get some snow on occasion. So I think that's what I told her.
I tell people that, in general, we have 4 seasons. A lot of times we're real fortunate in the spring and the fall to have about 6 weeks where it's don't have to heat or cool your home, and usually we enjoy 4 seasons as opposed to a real brief spring or fall.
Sure. Well, with this cold weather, Bob, maybe you might be a good place to tell. When we talk about heating a home, there's some different options there in a house. And so when we look at maybe a listing sheet on some property, they talk about central heating and air, or you'll see maybe a heat pump. What would you say when we're talking about heating and specifically homes, what would you say would distinguish the difference between the two?
Well, a heat pump is real common in this area, and it heats and cools.
Okay.
To oversimplify, if you have a heat pump, it serves as an air conditioner and also heats your house. It has a compressor, and somehow when it's even, let's say 30 degrees, it can take the outside temperature, do its magic, and heat your home. So a heat pump is both, again, that heats your home and it serves as an air conditioner. However, a heat pump cannot do anything, let's pretend if it's 5 degrees, or if it's 15 degrees, it tends to be a little inefficient, or if it's covered in ice or snow.
Right, certainly.
So all heat pumps have what's called emergency or backup heat. And the vast majority of heat pumps have a strip electric as the backup or emergency. So if it's 5 degrees or it's covered in ice, your heat pump doesn't exist at that point, it's just strip electric. A lot of people have a propane furnace as the backup or emergency heat as compared to the strip electric. And the advantage to that is, a propane furnace is very efficient to operate as compared to strip electric. So when it's 5 degrees or your heat pump is covered in ice and doesn't exist at that point, you have a highly efficient gas furnace running. And then another thing I like about that propane backup is if you come home and you jack your heat up temperature on your thermostat more than 2 or 3 degrees, your heat pump doesn't kick in, that emergency heat's kicking in. So it's not really efficient money-wise to come home and move your thermostat a lot because your heat pump isn't running, that's that backup heat. Now if that backup heat is propane, then that is efficient. And what I like about that too is when you come home, pretend it's 34 degrees, it's snowing a little bit, or real cold, a lot of wind, while your heat pump will run, if you have a propane furnace and you put it on emergency heat, then you're running a highly efficient, your meter isn't spinning, your electric meter.
Sure.
And then, some people have a oil furnace as the backup. And you were talking about people from other areas. I think that's why way up north you would probably never have a heat pump, because it's always so bitter cold or have so much snow, why would you have a heat pump if it can't do its magic the majority of the time? So, if you have a heat pump, that's what that means. The question is, what's the backup or emergency heat? The majority of the time, that's going to be strip electric. If the listing is correct and says air conditioner, then you have some other heat source, such as an electric furnace or maybe a propane furnace.
Yeah, and that's a great explanation. And I guess, Bob, we probably should preface this with that you are a real estate agent, and you are not a heat or HVAC expert, but you do have some background in the business. You kind
I
of.
think that's a bit of understatement.
Yeah.
Well, my grandfather, Davis, started Davis Heating, and my father ran it. My brother ran it. So I did that as a child, as a kid. Not very well, but I was there. So yeah, I mean, that's what a heat pump does.
Yeah, no, and I'm not but I just wanted to make sure that we're giving that disclaimer there that you are a real estate agent and not necessarily a HVAC person, if you will, but you do have the background and know what you're talking about.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. But, I mean, that is what a heat pump heats and cools and has some type of backup or emergency heat.
Sure. All right. Well,
I think too, I'll add to that, because I remember when heat pumps came into being, and of course you guys weren't born at that time, but how the efficiency of heat pumps have evolved. And of course, you spoke to the point, if we were in north of here and you kind of look at the frost line, that heat pumps wouldn't be able to do their magic, like you said. Whereas here, it's perfect place for heat pumps, but that is also where the gas logs, where people started putting gas logs in their fireplaces, because that kind of cut the chill. So anyway, that's.
Well, I remember when heat pumps came about. I do.
You were toddling around or what?
Probably was.
Okay. All right. Well, let's look at some properties. I know that we had the opportunity for you to tell us a little bit about this property that's down in Blackwater Hills. But I felt rushed, so I really want you to explain it a little bit more to me this time.
We were a little rushed at the end of last week's show. So
thank you.
This is a one-owner home. It's in the Blackwater Hills Subdivision in Glade Hill off of Webster Road and Pine Grove. And this home backs up to a creek. Now, there is a community lot in Blackwater Hills that touches the Blackwater River. They have a picnic table there, so if you want to go to the river, you would have the right, actually, just to come out of this driveway and take a right to the end of Blackwater Hills and go through a gate where a homeowner would know the code, and then you could be on the Blackwater River. But there's a lot of unique things about this particular property. We'll go over those. One of the biggest is 15 acres. It's extremely usable. Again, it backs up to a creek, partially wooded. One owner home built in 2001. Has 1,700 square feet on the entry level. Nice recessed lights and stone gas log fireplace, open living, dining, and kitchen. Off to the right there is an extremely nice 16 by 20 deck. We're going to show it has composite decking and rails. It was built in 2017, great outdoor entertaining. Kitchen is updated as well in 2018 with stainless steel appliances. There's 3 bedrooms and 3 full baths in this home, including a nice master suite on the entry level. Updated baths, to say the least, as you can see in these pictures, with a nice walk-in tile shower. And please notice the nice wood floors throughout. Updated second full bath on the entry. The basement has a lot of unfinished storage area, as well as over 575 square feet that's finished, including this nice family room with a pool table and full bath. As I mentioned, there's a lot of storage area in addition to the attached 2-car garage, which is heated and cooled, by the way, the garage. You have these double doors coming into this unfinished area of the basement. There you can see the 2017 high-efficiency Rudd heat pump. There's also a high-efficiency Mitsubishi mini split heat pump for the garage and other areas. So, first picture we showed you coming in goes to an attached 2-car garage, and this drive here on the right side that you see. This is a really nice feature. Great views, take advantage of that. 15 usable acres on this outdoor deck. Again, with the decking and aluminum rails. It also has a nice fire pit you see here. A couple outdoor storage buildings. This is a great location. You're not far from Rocky Mountain, not far from the lake. Hopefully this picture here shows you the driveway coming in and how usable the land is. It goes beyond the yard and the back of the home into the woods a little bit, down to a creek. Great location, great home, hardy board siding was added. We'll be glad to give you more details in the survey for this home on Waterfront Road.
Our next property is located on North 220, between Rocky Mount and Boone's Mill. It was built in 1980. It's situated on 2.71 acres. You've got 2,224 square feet of living space on the entry level. It is a one-owner, custom-built quality brick home. And as I said, it's very convenient to all of your amenities. You're about 20 minutes to Roanoke, maybe 8 minutes into Rocky Mount, depending on if you're riding with Steve or ride with me. But it is a very private, woodsy setting. As we go inside, of course, it has the formal living and dining room, as you see here. A closer look at the dining area. It has a cozy family room. Nice kitchen. I'm trying to think of the word for the type kitchen that it is. It does have lots of nice storage space, definitely. Some good workspace as well. It's actually 2 master bedroom suites in this home, one on one side of the home and one on the other. And I think it was typical of what some folks would do with a ranch home, that you decide you need a little more space, and so you enclose the garage and you add another bedroom suite, or you add a family room or whatever. In this case, they added a bedroom, and you can see how large this is. Still that part of that bedroom. And then on the opposite side of the house, of course, you have another bedroom. This is the second one on the other side, but that one that I showed earlier has its own bathroom. So you have 4 bedrooms in this home. Nice patio area on the back of the home. It does have a basement, and nice area, of course, around the property. Here you get an idea of the privacy that you have, even though it is just a little over 2 3/4 of an acre. You have nice privacy. But this is located on Virgil Goode Highway, and again, with a Rocky Mount address.
So we're going to head south on 220 now, from Rocky Mount there on Virgil Goode Highway. We'll head south 220 to Chestnut Tree. This is actually in the edge of Henry County. From 220 south, you turn left on Sontag Road, then right on Snow Creek, and then left on Chestnut Meadows just as you cross the Franklin County, Henry County line. And then once you're on Chestnut Meadows there, you turn left on Chestnut Tree, and this home is the first home on your right. It's all one level living. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a little over 2,000 square feet. You see here, you do have a nice carport here to your right. This is in a 1 acre, and it lays extremely well. It's all level, and you have, from whichever side of this home you might be standing, you have great views here with this property on Chestnut Tree. So we're going to step inside to the nice living room, then a large kitchen here, plenty of prep area, and you got plenty of room to entertain guests here. Nice dining area for you, a family room, nice gas log fireplace that you see. This is the master bedroom. In this home, I mentioned 4 bedrooms. You've got the master on one end, and then you've got the additional 3 bedrooms on the other end. But this is the shot of the master, and here's, of course, the master bath. Another shot there, nice soaking tub that Bob there. This is bedroom number 2, bedroom number 3, bedroom number 4. Currently use it as an office. Laundry, of course, this is all one level living, so this is the laundry's on the entry level. You have a nice little covered deck there on the back side of the home, as you can see there. A couple of storage buildings with this property as well. There's one on the back side of the home and then one here on the side. You do have a really nice fire pit, and you guys, you have to be in that chair to appreciate the view that's around from that fire pit. But this is Chestnut Tree Road with a Martinsville address.
Not too far away with a Henry address, but in Franklin County is this home on Briar Ridge Road. It's a one-owner brick home. It comes with a second lot, which does have its separate septic system installed. So I think there's a lot of value in having not only a second lot available with state road frontage. It's a good lot. It also has, again, its own septic system installed. 2.75 acres is the total acreage for the two lots combined. They go down to a creek in the back. This brick home was built in 1973 and features 1,100 square feet on the entry level, plus a full walkout basement, 3 bedrooms and a full bath on the entry, half bath in the lower level that is unfinished. There's a heat pump to heat and cool it. Also has a deck, as you can see in this picture. There's a second lot, paved drive leading into it. In the brick home, full basement, second lot available, very convenient to Philpott Lake. We'll be glad to give you more details for both these lots in this home on Briar Ridge Road. Again, that's going to be off 220 south off the Henry Road and Robin Ridge to Briar Ridge, and again, very convenient to Philpott Lake.
We have a nice 1 acre lot here. This is in the Vineyard subdivision. It's off of Fox Grape Circle. This great location. It's a mainly wooded lot here, but it's very convenient to Rocky Mount and Roanoke. You do have high-speed internet available here, and this sits right up, kind of nestled in the, if you will, right at the foothills of Grassy Hill. So it's a great location. Really, some really great views here. A little over 1 acre lot on Fox Grape Circle with a Rocky Mount address. We're going to step here to a 4 acre tract of land. This is in Ferrum. It's Woods Lane. If you're not familiar with where Woods Lane is, you would take 40 west out of Rocky Mount towards Ferrum, turn left on Field Crest. You go just 2/10 of a mile, and you would turn left, and this from there, Woods Lane is out on your left. And of course, this property is on the corner of Timberline and Woods Lane. It's unrestricted 4 acres here. Great location, not far from Philpott Lake. There's plenty of places to pick out a great building site here, and you do have a creek on the back side of the property. So just a lot of nice things to talk about here on Woods Lane, this 4 acre tract of land in Ferrum.
Next, we'll travel to the city of Roanoke. We work with buyers and sellers frequently in other areas, including Roanoke City and County. This lot on 5th Street, on the corner of 5th Street and Jennings Avenue. Obviously a corner lot, convenient to the hospital, all the attractions in downtown Roanoke. Has a really good view of the Mill Mountain Star.
We'll head from there. We've got a couple of lots here on Circle Drive that we'll talk about. This one happens to be a little right at 1/4 of an acre there on Circle Drive. If you're not familiar with where Circle Drive, that has a Rocky Mount address. You take Rocky Mount, North Main Street, then turn left on Circle Drive, and these lots are on your right there. You do have public water and public sewer here with this, so it's great spot there, and you're not far from anything. Most of the amenities here in Rocky Mount are not far away at all from this particular area. As I mentioned, we do have a couple of lots here. This is another one on Circle Drive. It's a little over 1/2 acre. Same thing applies here. Do have public water and public sewer. So I'd love to visit with you if you're interested in talking about those. We'll stay in Rocky Mount here. This is South Main Street. This is a new it's a commercial lot here. It is zoned to general business, but it's a great location. This would be South Main Street. So we're still in the town of Rocky Mount, but a great location there. Just shy of 7/10 of an acre here. If you head out of town on South Main Street, you would find this property. You pass the hospital, headed out of town, continue down. This property will be on your right just before you get to the intersection of Scuffling Hill. That's 7/10 of an acre here on South Main Street.
So we have for sale on Claiborne Avenue this beautiful home that's converted into 3-unit apartments. And as we look inside, of course, in the first unit we call it the Ambassador, beautiful living room and bedroom. This home was refurbished a few years back. It's unreal, actually, and you can see that from the pictures. This is the presidential suite, beautiful kitchen as well as bedroom. You've got 2,768 square feet total in this home. The executive suite, we're just showing you the living room, a beautiful bedroom, as well as the kitchen and the second bedroom. But located at 215 Claiborne Avenue, you're near all the amenities in Rocky Mount.
Next, we'll travel to this home with a Rocky Mount address, but it's very close to Boone's Mill. 4 acres, great views of Hayes Mountain, paved drive. It's a 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath home with well over 4,500 square feet of finished living space, 1-level living, with a nice 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths and a half bath on the entry, nice open kitchen and dining area, great in-ground pool we'll hopefully show you in a second. The lower level has the 3rd full bath, 4th bedroom, and this large game room, 2nd masonry fireplace. There's also a den and office in the lower level, as well as a lot of unfinished square footage for storage. Great outdoor entertaining with this in-ground pool with a new liner and covered deck you see there, with the dry patio underneath.
So we're going to head there from Brick Church. Not far from there, we're going to head to Riverbend Drive. This is another property of the Rocky Mount address, but this property is pending. 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths, a little over 3,300 total square feet on 5 acres. It is Riverbend Drive, so you do have about 500 feet of river frontage on the Blackwater River. So we're pretty excited about this property, and hopefully that we'll get it to close here soon. This is Riverbend Drive in Rocky Mount.
A little bit further down the mighty Blackwater River, you run into the Blackwater Hills Subdivision. This home on Waterfront Road is in Blackwater Hills with 15 acres. It's a 1-owner home. Many updates, including hardy board siding, high-efficiency heat pumps, updated kitchens and baths. Even the garage is heated and cooled with a mini split heat pump. Nice open floor plan, wood floors. 3rd full baths in the lower level, this large game room. Really nice outdoor deck was built just a few years ago with this fire pit you see to the right, but great outdoor entertaining. The land is extremely usable. Again, goes to a creek. Great location on Waterfront Road in Glade Hill.
And if we keep traveling west on Route 40, we pass the college, and eventually we will get to Run It Bag Road. And that's where we find this property with a beautiful home situated on almost 56 acres. 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and hopefully all will go well and we'll have new owners at this particular property. Again, it got a lot of action, not only because of some people are just really interested in the character of an older home, but also the fact of having this extra acreage.
And, and lots of creek frontage there on Run It Bag Creek was another thing that got a lot of people interested
Really
in this
attractive.
property as well.
Nice outbuilding as well.
You bet.
Large.
It was big. Here's another property that's pending here on Franklin Street. 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, a little over 3,000 square feet with a little over 11 acres here. Get a nice shot of the front. But this home is very unique. We step inside, you get a chance to see that crab orchard stone that's in the kitchen. Also has redwood, true California redwood throughout this home. You see those, a lot of those exposed beams. You see the wood there on the side of the walls, but just very unique property here on Franklin Road. This has a Boone's Mill address. Of course, 11.19 acres here with this property, but a great spot, and we look forward to some new owners here soon as well.
And once again, on that property with a Boone's Mill address, some properties with a Boone's Mill address are in Roanoke County, and this was one of them. So just as Bob had made the comment, we work with sellers and buyers in Franklin County and beyond, and certainly enjoy working with property owners in the adjoining counties as well. On Chestnut Creek Drive, we find this 4-bedroom, 3-bath home that offers 3,262 square feet of living space. Very spacious rooms, open floor plan, nice kitchen area. Again, spacious bedrooms. There are 3 bedrooms on the entry level and 1 on the lower level. So very nice property that's in Chestnut Creek.
So from Chestnut Creek there in the works here, we're going to head, we're going to stay in that same general area. This is 41 Turtleback Path, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, a little over 2,800 total square feet on 0.8 of an acre. Really, this home happens to be there on the top of Windy Gap, but great location as far as your ability to get in and out of Roanoke if you're interested. Great stone fireplace here in the great room as we step inside. Wonderful kitchen, lots of prep space here, tons of storage. Miss Betty, I know that's always something that you're excited about. You appreciate the deck here, a great place to entertain and hang out and then take in some of those great seasonal views that you get there on top of Windy Gap Mountain. And then one of the things I appreciate about this property is in this particular setting, there's not a lot of what we call great backyards. This one has a really nice backyard with a great place for the kids to play, or even a little catch with Fido. This will be a great spot here. Turtleback Path. Love to talk with you about it.
So congratulations to the new owners of this property on Nursery Road. So let's move on to a property that you could perhaps purchase.
This is one of numerous commercial properties we have at Mountain Lake Realty, and as we highlighted on last week's show, a little bit east of Rocky Mount, our company is fortunate enough to sell a property. It's going to be a Starbucks. A little bit south of Rocky Mount, a former tractor business is now going to become a propane business. So this is yet another commercial property we hope to help sell. Great location on Old Franklin Turnpike in Glade Hill, meaning it's a high traffic count going towards the lake. It's frontage on both Old Franklin Turnpike and Ayers Road, so there's plenty of parking, plenty of places to get in large vehicles if you need to. This has been used as a furniture business, but it has 3,600 square feet all on one floor. There's a propane furnace. Will not be a lot of cost in demolition if you want to convert it to another use. Has a loading dock. Great property.
Well, I think we should wrap it up. That completes our new and our featured listings for this show. We look forward to seeing you throughout the week, and again next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock.